Hello and good day, Ballin here, bringing you another tutorial video on French pronouns. Now, for those of you who have never studied a foreign language before, French can seem kind of daunting and scary, but don't worry about that. We're going to build off what you already know about English. Since you already have a strong foundation to build off of, French should come rather easily. Now, let's review what you already know and take it from there. A noun is a word that describes a person, place, or thing. Things like names, like Bob, cities like Paris, and creatures like your in-laws are all nouns. Now, a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Words like I, you, we, them, us, these are all pronouns. Now let's look at an example of how pronoun works in English, because they work exactly the same way in French. Here we have Mary won the contest, and under we have she won the contest. She is a pronoun that replaces the word Mary. And now we can move on to some French. Now let's begin with the French word je. Je translates into English as the pronoun I. The J sound in French is the soft G sound in English, and J makes a soft G sound whether it comes in the middle of a word like in bonjour or in the beginning of a word like in jamais. It's also important to remember that the word je becomes a contraction and it drops the letter E and gains a little apostrophe here before a vowel. Now don't really get too hung up on perfect pronunciation or grammar points. They'll just come with practice as you build up your arsenal of language skills. When we come to the French word tu, which translates into English as the word you. Now, the U sound in French is very similar to the U sound in the word blue, like here in blueberry. Now you just make your lips round like you're taking a Facebook picture and pronounce a double E, so it should come out kind of like a U sound in tu. With a little practice, you'll get used to this. Next we have the French pronoun il. Now, il translates as the English word he. And it's pretty much a double E like in the word eel or beat. This is supposed to be a beat for give my art skills. Not really much else to say about this one. There's no special grammar points or anything to point out, so we'll just move on to the next word. Now we come to elle. L translates into the English word she. The L sound in French is just like the L sound in English, but in French the L sound is much more pronounced. So you would sort of say this like elle instead of L. We'll get some more practice on this in the future videos as you hear me speak, and if you listen to other French music, you can really hear that really distinct L French sound. It's really not much else to say about this one. Now we can move on to the word nous. Nous translates into the word we in English. It's pretty straightforward and simple pronunciation. It's just nous. Our next word is vous. Now vous is special because it also means you, just like the word tu that we already discussed. You use vous in the plural sense, not unlike the English y'all. It can also be used in a singular term to mean you, addressing someone in a formal setting as a sign of respect. Use it if you're speaking to a group of professionals, maybe your boss, or some other respectable figure, or this group of beautiful butterflies. You would address them all essentially as vous if you're addressing a group giving a presentation such as mine or a PowerPoint in class or something like that. Just a formal, classy kind of thing to do when speaking to groups. Our next words are il and elle. Now they are pronounced similarly to their counterparts il and elle in the singular pronouns. They translate into English as the word they. Generally you will never use elle unless you're describing a very specific group of females. Il is generally what you'll use when describing a group of two or more, like the collective they, like they just did this, they are over there. You're gonna use this guy right here. and it's pronounced eel just like the singular form. Now those are all of our French pronouns, and down here I have made you a little table. Now this table is how you almost always see the pronouns placed together when studying French, whether in a formal classroom setting, French for Dummies, any of the textbooks that you may have found on your own. This is pretty much how you'll see it. Now this left column over here are your singular pronouns. Singular. And over here are your plural pronouns. Now, committing this table to memory is the first step into French fluency, and again, take your time. Don't get too worried on pronunciation or grammar. All of those skills will come over time as you see more examples. Try listening to French music, maybe watching some French newscasts, just to get an ear for the flow, for the different tones of enunciation, and just all the different sounds of French. Now, I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. For future tutorials, please rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop me a line. Good luck.